Just a quick test of the new microphone just to see if it's working. And clocking back out real quick. Be right back. I'm not sure you guys can hear me. I have got to get that fixed. As you can see, there's nobody here but me. I am the only person here. So we're waiting on them to get here. And I'm glad I checked the audio because I'm stupid. And as you can tell, we have a wonderful new microphone. And hopefully that will reduce the thumps, clunks, bunks, and whatever the heck else you want to call it that you hear us when we're talking. So once again, we are waiting on Mort and Laura to get here. And it's funny because we had a meeting this week about how we were going to start on time. We were going to get into the habit of being on time, and then everybody's late. So just wanted to get you all a quick update as to what's going on. As you can tell, we've got a new microphone setup and everything, so we will be doing more voice acting work sometime in the very near future. Like I said, I want to kind of expand the channel beyond what we do just as an every week thing. So I went ahead and jumped on in and did my thing. And there we go. Now you can see me. You don't even have to listen to the music of the game if you can even hear the music of the game. So we're going to be working on some voice acting work, hopefully with some different visual novel devs in the very near future. They're doing the visual novel dev, basically write-a-thon. You take a month, you put out a game, and some of the people have expressed interest in having a voice acted, and of course, that's what we do. So we're still working on getting the logo stuff up and running. I haven't heard back from him yet, unfortunately. I'm just gonna zoom in on my head. That way you can see all the, junk in the background. No, we're gonna get it. We're getting a new backdrop so that you don't have to see the wonderfulness that is my house, because it's dirty and people are living in it and stuff. So, floor. So if you could let us know how you like the audio, if it sounds good to you on your machine. I know that we've got it set up on our machine. I can hear it over here. I'm going to be monitoring it tonight as we go. But in the very near future, y'all are going to see probably more content from us as regards separated out episodes so that you can watch 30 minutes to an hour at a time. I got away from that because we really didn't get that many views on it, but I think if everybody starts sharing and everything, that'll go up, especially with the new microphone and everything. Also, we got a nice little, it's got a nice little bounce thing so that you don't hear it every time we hit the flipping table. Hopefully. Can you hear it? See, I know everybody's there talking to me, but I gotta pay attention to this too. Hey, Buzz, thanks, man. I actually worked on the noise gating and everything on it, so hopefully it will stay good. And so yeah, that's where we've been going. We actually had a nice little staff meeting the other day about what we're going to do future of the channel type stuff. Again, we want to do more separated out episodes. We want to do more just straight videos, not streams. That way y'all can watch them when you want. You don't have to be here on Friday. I mean, you can go back and watch the videos anyway, even if you're not here on Friday. The Monday Night Paladins may be moving around a little in time. We may be starting earlier and ending a little earlier, probably by about an hour, maybe two. That's mainly to accommodate my partner, Buzzacino, who is on the other side of the world from me. So when it's dark here, it's like early morning there. So yeah, we gotta we got to get it to where he doesn't have to stay up all night. I'm also working on new channel sounds. We're looking to write up our own hit theme song. So if anybody out there is a musician and likes to put together songs, I have the components to be able to put them into the computer and edit them there. So if you want to write them up, and I'll give it a shot at putting them in, or you can put them in, or you can make wonderful wonderfulness for us and get your name out there. No, I don't pay compensation. I'm kidding. I'm gonna pay. Actually, I am paying for logo art right now. So if anybody is doing logo art, I really want this guy to get back to me, but he hasn't in like 3 weeks. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, so I'm going to. I heard from Flora earlier today, and she's going to be late because she's getting off work. And I heard from Mort not too long ago. She's got some good stuff going on in her actual real life, so we're very, very happy about that. And it may necessitate a change in the future of visual novel reading night. We're not sure yet. I'll let her tell y'all if she wants. If not, just know that great things are in the works for Mort, and we'll fully support her. This is a side gig for us. Real life, real jobs, real everything comes first. So, if it comes to that. Video's a little blurry. Yeah, the video's going to be a little blurry because of the fact that it zoomed out so much. Or zoomed in so much. It's because it's so big. It's not normally that blurry. I can shrink me. I'm not so blurry. Good. I'm glad the sound is good. I sound gated it so that you can't hear all the other stuff going on around us, hopefully. And again, yeah, it normally is a little blurry because my camera is good, but it's all the way over there. And Lunch, you know where my TV is. So you know where I'm sitting versus where the camera is. It's not made to go that far. It's not a camera, video camera. I'd love to see if I could get my HD camcorder hooked up to the computer and use it. That'd be really cool. But I don't know if I can do that. I have to look it up. So yeah, again, we got good things going on. We're trying to get everything picked up, and we had a little bit of a meeting about starting on time so that we start at 8:30 on Friday nights and go through 12:30 our time, because I don't want to stay as long. So we're going to have definitive start and end times. We're going to have definitive times for our breaks. We're going to just try to really tighten things up to be a little bit more professional, I guess, especially if we start working with these other groups. I definitely want to be able to show them our best foot, you know. Okay, Lunch. Take care, man. Drive safe, because you know they're idiots out there. But anyway, so I'm gonna put us back on hold real quick. Don't fret. We will be back hopefully within the next 15 minutes or so. I'm just gonna put be right back screen. And I will be in the chat, so I will be paying attention. Just gonna putz around on the computer a little bit as I do so. Actually, you know what? I know what I could do. So I bought a new game because of course I did. Because I don't have the ability not to buy new games. Oh crap, I can't. I don't. Anyway. They had a sell. I love Toho games. And I love Mystery Dungeon games. So they put out a Toho Mystery Dungeon, and I bought that. And that was terrible. It was great. It's the loveliest thing ever. I also bought a new game just came out called LunA, and it is a bullet hell shooter / Metroidvania game, which is in and of itself just an amazing combination. I'm trying to find it, and I can't because I'm dumb. My problem with it is I need my controller to place a She has a leaky tire, very possibly. Yay!
Yay! But at least this time I won't leave.
Okay, so the mic is back. Sorry about that, guys. I don't have any freaking clue what just happened. Crew. Everything was going along just fine, and then all of a sudden, it just went away. Because lunch was here, and Buzz is here. Buzz is like, it's good on my end. Lunch is like, I'm listening to it on my phone, and everything's good on my end. And I'm like, hey, let's switch games so we can play this while we wait for everybody to get here. And then it was just gone.
And then it just shot itself.
I was like, why?
Why you shit yourself?
So this is our new toy.
Yes.
And it's very great because when I was doing the test that I sent you, put it right in the middle of my desk and went to all the way to one side and all the way to the other side and all the way in the middle. And guess what? You heard everything. It was great. It was great and glorious and wonderful and good. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my YouTube because it's being derp. There we go. Hey, we're working again. Okay, I'm going to switch over to Toho. Play that for a minute while Mort gets herself together. So it's a bullet hell Castlevania.
Castlevania in this case, the type of platformer you're describing, or what is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Metroidvania.
Okay, okay. Find the website. Step 1, find website.
The good thing there is, if you need any help on that, you can also talk to my wife because she does know quite a bit about what she's done.
What I just go do is talk to wife then.
Yes, she should. If not, tell her it's our normal. So I'm terrible, and always have been, at... I've been frozen in time! So the gimmick is, you can stop time. Which lends itself to all sorts of madness. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back to the chat screens. I'm terrible at the jumps. Ow, you monkey. So every time you wanted to pause the game in Castlevania just so you could do something amazing. Ah, you fucking... Damn it! Try not to get killed by the rabbits again. That should have hurt. That should have hurt really bad. My problem is I'm old enough that... Nope, 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 nope. Nope. You very possibly. I can't believe I did that. There's a hit point up. I needed it. So you can recharge your timers and stuff just by getting close to bad guys, which is kind of neat. It also goes against everything I've ever learned. No, you don't. Everything I've ever learned as a gamer, you know, you don't jump at the bad guys. Ooh, what'd I get? Screw knife. Destroy wooden boxes. Really fun is that's just too much fun. I love that ability. So once you run out of mana, oh crap, I'm almost dead. And this section's not fun. Once you run out of mana, you can't attack. What did the... Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Come on. Also, the only double jump I've ever seen in a video game that actually damages the enemies. Get off of me, ghosty little bastard. It's an interesting mechanic. It's like the boss fights. Again, they're bullet hells, and that means that they require a lot of precision, which I'm not really good at. I beat the first three bosses, which makes me happy. Means I'm not totally terrible at video games. At video games. Woo. Oof. Oh no! I should not do that. That was bad. Ah. my god. Oh my god. You know what? I'm not even sure if I need to be going that way or if I need to be going this way. So I'm going to go this way. No, Mr. Rabbit, no! Why have you done this to me? I don't like this. I love it. I actually really enjoy this game. It just came out this week, so I've been playing it quite a bit. Unfortunately, I think I might be close to the end of it. But if it's anything like some of the other ones, in the Toho line, it'll have different difficulty levels so that you can really torment yourself. So, fun story. There was a guy who was a big really big Toho fan. So he thought, just for giggles, he put up a copy of it up on GitHub that was modified, let's say, to where to unlock your computer, you had to beat the game on its insanity difficulty level with perfect score. Now, this is not something people can do. I don't think it's ever been done. And if it has, I don't know about it. So this douche puts it up on GitHub, and by the next... What? By the next morning... What? There had been millions of downloads. And he had caused such a panic because people could not do anything in their computer until they beat this game. Ooh, nice. And so, you know, he logged on the next morning, put up an apology. The thing was, he locked himself out of his own computer doing it. And it's like, what kind of douche? You know, first of all, I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be a joke. It's supposed to be funny. You know, give it to your friends. But you don't put it on GitHub where people can get unadulterated code copies. You know, and put it on their uninfected machines. I was just like, are you kidding me? Ow. The fairy girl shot me in the face with a cannon. Un momento. 1 second, guys. I just wanted you to know you were in the door. What are we waiting for? Yeah, and it's now 9:30.
Yeah, so as of right now, I'm just doing save on the time and time for you to take a break, and you and I can just.
Yeah. 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 All right, back to the game. Back to the insanity. Insanity. Futures made of virtual insanity. Ooh, boss fight. It's Ramelia. Y'all can still hear me, right? Holy monkey. This may be bad. Okay, y'all can still hear me. Good. I was scared for a second. I need to put it so you can hear the game. Let's see. Let's get these properties. That's not... Oh, right. I gotta turn the mute off because I'm stupid. Alright. Here we go, boss fight. Ooh! Literally the first time in boss fights in this game is just figuring out what the bad guys do. So that you... Whoa! What the... So you don't run into their giant death attacks. I am almost dead. I'll run into that. That was dumb. Well, that was special. Isn't that special? Okay. Know how to get out of that one. Ah, too close. There. Now I'm dead. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Okay, I got this. Yo cut this. Completely wasted all of that. And got hit twice by something I shouldn't have gotten hit by. Yeah. Okay, that's what you gotta do. You gotta jump between them, but you gotta make sure that you can, you know, be smart. And actually get between them. Oh, bad idea. Okay. Why did I jump up instead of slide jump? She comes in and roars at me. Oh! I'm out of mana, I'm out of life, I'm out of everything, I'm dead. Ah! Oh my goodness. Actually, let me do something real quick, guys. Since we're not doing what I said we were doing. Trying to upgrade my there we go. All right, here we go. This boss fight's gonna drive me crazy. Of course, I think this is the final boss fight in this game, so. Oh, damn it. It's like old school Mega Man. It's all about the timing. Knowing the boss's movements. Ah. You get out of that corner. And now people are calling me. Or texting me. Ah, a little bit of a dead zone there, okay. Ow. A lot of a dead zone there. Ah! Not even close. So they all have a special ability that they use about halfway through their life bar. That's where it gets kind of tricky. I streamed for 28 minutes before it died. Alright, one more try at this. I can do this. I believe in myself. I believe in the heart of the cards. Ah, wrong way. Yeah. Ah, crap. Bats! Bats! I'm dead. Kamyu Motonari. I can do this. I immediately start shooting and forget that I've got to like run away right off the bat. Oh, those don't give me... Ah, pfft. Dive slide right into it. Because you're dumb. Nice. Somebody grab the door, please. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Indeed. So Flora just got here, so what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and quit out of this because I'm dying repeatedly. I'm going to put us on break, and we will be back momentarily. Probably give us about 10-15 minutes. So, be right back, guys. Hey guys.
Hey.
So look who I brought with me.
Hi.
It's a Mort.
Hi.
And Flora.
Hi.
So yeah, so we sat down this week and we now have a spiel that we're gonna do through every stream. I kind of feel it's a little too late for that now.
Oh yeah. This is just a mulligan. Right?
Mulligan, do over. But with our new.
He's listening to himself.
Sound good.
Ooh.
Continue talking so I can.
You talking, man? Because I was just talking about my schooling a moment ago. But no, so I get to be on the right. I'm on the right track. Everything's fantastic. Like I said, I actually had a potential employers essentially just tell me that they liked me to my face.
Well, that's awesome.
I know, right?
Makes everybody happy.
Right? Because like they even they went to go hunt me back down after I put my name down because they didn't have good forms. All they said was please put your name clearly. And so the other examples had their name and their email, and there was like a star by my name, and they're like, yeah, could you like write down your email or not your email, write down your phone number and then tell us the year you're going to be graduating? And I'm like, they're like, hey, she's not started just yet. She's like, no, just tell us anyways. And I'm like, oh,
Okay.
they like me.
That's intense.
They really like me.
That, and there's actually an opportunity down here for the meantime to do a temporary job where I can drive, actually.
Drive.
As in go to like hospitals and pick up the dead people, or go to the medical examiners.
Like driving the hearse, basically, kind of.
More or less.
Transport
there's
van.
transport. There's transport vans, and like I can also apparently drive the hearse as well.
Mm.
That's
So
cool.
there's an opportunity for that as well. That's amazing.
That's actually like pretty amazing. Yeah, actually.
And Buzz says hi.
Hi, Buzz.
By the
Hi,
way, we sound
Buzz.
fantastic. You
Hooray.
can hear all three of us as if we're actually in front of a mic.
Wow.
Delightful.
Fantastic.
So yeah, actually they're hiring down here right now, just or in general for drivers. Like they're desperately in desperate need. So if anyone down here wants a decent job driving, and all you need is to go pick dead people up, you're good. Basically, it's are you over 18? Do you have a driver's license?
Are you terrified of dead people?
I'm over 18. I have a driver's license. I have no problem with dead people, but I think I'll keep my job.
I don't think this job pays nearly enough for what you need.
Mm.
And I don't remember the schematics, but like they did actually post the job description, and like they gave me a piece of paper for that. So I guess next break I'll go grab that out of the car because I know it's there. I'm gonna go grab that and be like, here guys, is anyone else interested? I know you're not, but I might be. Why not? Because they're so flexible, and it's amazing because like I asked them like, hey, when I start, it's going to be a I'll have a very open schedule at first, but then after like 3 months or so, it's going to become a tighter schedule. They said, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it says visual novel and Toho.
Oh,
I put it
okay.
in there just so I wouldn't have to go back and fix it.
My bad. Like you clicked on it so fast, I didn't read the rest. It said Toho, and then I saw a slash, and I was just confused.
She was trying to warn me that I screwed it up. So.
There was a chance of it.
Oh yeah, there's a very big chance of it. Here, come on. This is me.
So we're back again.
Let's hope.
Let's hope.
Hope.
Here
We'll
we go.
see. Oh, that's right. It's going through your headphones.
Woo.
Yeah, we got game sounds.
Game sounds. Our
Yeah.
sounds.
We have the us sounds too. Okay.
Let's try this again. Hopefully it does not crap out on itself again. We'll see. I think Buzz said something.
You sound the best. Like, you're closest to the mic, so
Well,
you sound the best.
Yeah.
I'm just like... I sound okay, but not as good as you.
I mean, that's just going to be the way it stands, because this is basically my spot, especially if we go back to a game where I need to have a quiet voice.
Yeah. Okay. So, get going before it craps itself.
Don't die.
23, 223.19. This is great.
Believe
23:19.
so.
Okay, so what do we have? No,
Okay,
2319 hits a bell somewhere, but I don't have time.
Monster Inc. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see. Last time we found out that Karma was formidable with the blade,
Yeah, he was training the 2 guards.
but because of his curse, he can't be a guard, I guess.
Well, he has to hide that he's... I don't know if you're here for that. He has to hide the fact that he's male. Otherwise, people fall in love with him.
Just
On
on
site.
site.
Oh.
So, he's a guy dressed up as a girl.
Because if he doesn't, people are in love with him, and like it's not just like a casual, oh hey, how's it going? Like, they touch hands and they handshake and then they're in love. It's just by sight. I'm in love with you.
You are the most gorgeous creature I've ever put eyes on.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's
I mean, everybody already
instantaneous.
kind of falls in love with him as a woman.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
imagine how bad it is if he's a dude.
Yeah, if
Wow.
he's a dude, he can't even walk one pace before people flock to him.
So you have the female guard and the guy, what's his name? Franz?
No, not Franz.
It's not Franz.
It was like part of the dress. Anyways.
Gaston.
Gaston, no.
But anyway, he's in love with the girl.
Yeah, the male guard's in love with the female guard, but we told the male guard, man, you're a pansy, essentially.
So
Because
everybody's in love with everybody.
Everybody's in love with everybody, but
yeah,
Ice
the
Princess
Merchant
isn't.
is a brothel.
Oh yes,
Oh,
yes. And
yeah, I'm so happy about that.
Parfait gives Karma a potion for his voice to make him sound more feminine.
Oh.
Now the problem is I'm doing Karma now, and I can't do super feminine, but I can do effeminate.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing him very breathy feminine.
Feminine, like I said, like almost like a sassy gay man of yes, my queen. Oh, I love it, darling.
Not quite to that point, but close.
Pretty okay. I have an inner gay man. All right. It's not a woman.
I'd
It's
say
an
I
inner
have
gay
an inner
man.
gay man, but people might think strange things about my bum.
I was supposed to say it's either that or someone out there, will find this video sometime later and go, Yahweh. Just full on, and then you're gonna get a picture of Yahweh, of you, and we're not sure. I don't know if they even know which way they put you.
Either Yuri or Yahweh. They gotta pick one. In Karma's case, he could go either way. So,
beyond that,
Rumpel's curse. I don't remember.
no, and we accidentally compared, or we were so horrific that we actually compared Karma to Rumpel.
Yeah,
Which was terrible.
we're talking about loves, eyes.
Yeah, because we chose eyes, and it's like when you open your eyes and you look at somebody, what's the first thing you see?
Oh gosh.
And like he and I had like this full conversation of like, because like one of the options was cheeks. We're both like,
It was like cheeks, lips, and eyes.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
eye, cheeks, cheeks, lips,
Chicks and leaps.
Chicks and leaps.
chicks and leaps and bounds. Woo! No, and so
Hop,
like
skip, and a boat right away.
exactly, and so we both sat down and stared at each other all the time like, what looks at my cheek first?
Yeah, that was my biggest
Someone
thing. Who the
obsessed
hell-
with elves? No.
elves.
Elves have high cheekbones.
Elves are also tiny.
Not all elves.
Tiny
D
but
and D
tall.
elves. D&D elves are short.
Hmm.
They're like 4 to 5 feet.
Huh.
They're the best kind of elf. Short ones that you rest your beer on.
Isn't that what you do with the dwarves?
Or in Shadowrun when you get to call them pointy-eared dandelion eaters. Best insult. Okay, so you get to take a rest tonight. She gets to get in charge of Lucette once again.
Alrighty, here we go. Back to dramatic, badly voiced British girl. Alright. The days go by slowly, and I make no progress with my Karma is busy with the knights today, and Delora and Parfait are busy talking with Rumpel about his curse in his room. Tonight is the perfect night to go and wander around by myself. I need to see if I can find out anything about the witches and what is happening around the kingdom. Delora and Parfait are not going to tell me anything, and no one has wanted to take me out of the mansion since the kidnapping attempt.
Yeah, somebody tried to kidnap her. Did we mention that?
Yeah, some witch hired some dude. That's all we know.
These thoughts spiral helplessly in my mind as I sit at the table. I have just finished working for the day, and the activity in the mansion is beginning to wind down. Garland stands at the door as the last few customers leave the mansion. How many times are you going to say mansion? Jurian is walking around the room to make sure that there are no problems. Out of the corner of my eyes, I notice two men pause halfway across the room to glance back at her. I can overhear their words from where I am.
Shame that she's a knight, huh? She's the proud type. Too proud to let a man dote on her. Bleeding shame indeed. But do you think if I tried to say something to her...
So that's... What's his nuts?
Yeah, what's his nuts? Who's doing what's his nuts?
You're doing what's his nuts.
God damn it.
No, you.
You two!
Garland is suddenly standing behind the two men, an uncharacteristically dark glare on his face.
Is there a problem? Doors are closing for the night. I'm gonna ask you to please leave. No need to be so uptight, lad. We're on our way out now.
The two men walk out, and Garland stands in the middle of the tavern area, glaring after them. He more or less pushed them out of the tavern. If Anise had seen that, she'd probably have scolded him.
Garland? You okay?
Of course.
You think you can fool me? I've known you long enough to know that something's bothering you.
Neither of the knights seem to notice me here. If they do, they ignore me. Jurian is still looking insistently at Garland, who looks down at the floor. Is he going to say something to her? Garland says nothing, though. He looks at a loss for words. Finally, Jurian reaches out and pokes his shoulder, and he looks up, startled.
Still the same as always. The silent, watchful knight. Only says things with certainty when he knows they're the truth. Even the princess is waiting for you to say something.
Both knights turn to look at me, and Garland seems surprised. I raise an eyebrow at him, and I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, raising an eyebrow is good enough.
I raise an eyebrow at him, and he hurriedly looks away.
You pulled a me.
Yep.
Paige, you passed it all. Patrol's starting soon. I'll head out first.
Okay, stay safe.
Garland nods at her with a little smile before he leaves the tavern.
Going to sleep soon, princess?
I was just going to head up. I stand up and get ready to move up to my room, but stop once more to look at Jurian. Did you hear what those men were saying?
Oh, about me being too proud or something?
So she did hear them, but chose to say nothing.
It doesn't bother me. They're right. I've been independent for a long time, and I would never think about pledging my safety to a man I barely know. I can take care of myself.
Blunt and to the point. Durian was really admired for that honesty in the palace.
The only other men I've trusted before are my fellow knights. Garland most of all, since we've always been partners.
I've had my seat taken.
See, Jack?
She does not explain any further. I decide that is for the better. The sooner everyone is cleared out, the sooner I can leave the mansion. Tonight is the night I go looking for answers.
Looking my eyeball.
That's cute.
Except for me, you know.
Sorry, Karma. But I can handle myself. I'm going to prove it tonight. I may not be able to fight, but I can still be cautious enough to not land myself into trouble.
Lives.
Still, I do not happen to hear much of anything as I am exploring the town tonight. I should have brought along some kind of weapon, but then I would have had to steal a knife from the kitchen. I'm no thief. Hours pass before I pass a tavern filled with knights. Deciding that I will at least listen to what is happening at the palace, I linger by the open door and listen to what the men are saying. How stupid can you be?
I mean, she's not smart. I hear the young Fritz is having a hard time of it. I feel bad for the lad. Even Sir Alcaster thinks he's gone mad. Well, he does keep talking about a princess that doesn't exist.
Fritz still remembers? But how?
He's cursed.
Obviously, you dumb bitch.
Even his father's growing weary of his babbling. Sir Mithras forced him on break the other day. He didn't seem happy. Well, Sir Mithras must think he's crazy too. Or Fritz. Hey, you keep a secret?
The knights look at each other, and I lean as close as I possibly can.
Apparently, the boy spoke some truth, though Sir Alcaster doesn't quite believe it. He's looking for the daughter of the previous queen. Eh? Witch had a daughter?
Previous queen? Are they talking about Mother? How dare they call her a witch?
Apparently she did, though I never remember such a... Hey, this is top secret stuff. I just happened to wrest this out of one of the lackeys looking for her. What would Sir Alcaster need this girl for? I'm assuming she's dangerous and that they want to get rid of her. He's slapping my head because I'm talking.
Are they talking about me?
I'm curious, how are we supposed to find this imaginary princess anyway? Does she have any features? Yeah, they described her features. Last man who went looking for her said she wore a special pendant around her neck.
I should get out of here. Yeah. Might be a good idea. I turn to leave the tavern, but my cloak snags on the door, falls to the floor, tripping me up in the process. I end up falling halfway into the tavern where the chatter abruptly stops.
What? Somebody fell down. Is this... Oh, lady.
The knights that were talking approach me. One of them picks up my cloak. I attempt to grab my cloak from their fingers, but they pull it away from me and I stumble into one of them.
Madam?
He moves to take my hand, and then he stops when he sees my face.
Face. And a necklace. She has a face! Hey, you think she was spying on us? Witch!
One of the knights grabs me by the wrist and pulls me toward him. He is far stronger than the man in the alleyway was. Unhand me right now. I am no witch.
Then there should be no problem. We're just gonna take you in, and if there's some big misunderstanding, we'll repay you ourselves, miss.
No, let me go. This behavior is not fitting of a knight.
It's exactly their job. Come now, miss. Let's go back quietly.
Stupid decision both ways. No, like this.
She's hiding behind a microphone.
Can't
see my face.
Can't see my face of.
Neither of these can go well.
I love you. You'll always be my dearest friend.
Oh, thank you for that. Thank
You're welcome. You're gonna get her ass beat if she fights him.
But she might be able to figure out some way to get away. If she tries to convince them, that's just gonna be... I mean, I guess it could still end up in a fight even if she tries to convince them.
Are you trying to make out with my pop filter?
What do you think?
I say convince them.
I think this is stupid, but convincing them sounds better than anything.
And besides, if she talks for long enough, maybe Karma or
oh yeah, somebody will come up to save her.
Yeah, Gallant or whatever.
That's probably
the
what's
hell
gonna
is his
happen.
name? I just forgot it.
Garland.
Garland.
Yeah.
Okay. Gaston, Gallant,
Or the cute little Peter Pan kid.
Waltz.
Waltz.
Because that's his curse, is the Peter Pan curse.
Yeah.
There you go. I remembered his curse and that.
It's alright, you can be Peter Pan from now on.
There are knights. They will win. They will also say knee and bring shrubbery.
No, demand shrubbery. They do not bring shrubbery, they demand shrubbery.
In my world, bring the shrubbery. Give me that bush, baby.
Alright, let's try to convince them. Fighting back is useless when I'm outnumbered. I have to try convincing them that I am not who they think I am. You are mistaken, sirs. I happened to overhear your conversation, and assuming I am some imaginary princess is unreasonable. The knights look at each other.
They're not. Hey, you know, she has a point.
Are you serious? This is gonna work?
She was listening in on our conversation. That's clearly suspicious.
Did you not hear what I just said? I happened to overhear it, nothing more.
You were cloaked, as if you were trying to hide your features.
Being out at night without a cloak is a sure way to draw attention to a lady such as myself.
No. He has a point. Stop saying that, man! Then, ma'am, there should be no problem with us taking you back to the palace. If we're mistaken, we'll clear up the misunderstanding and pay you handsomely. So close. Come on, let's take her to the palace.
The knights lead me out onto the empty streets. Why? Why did I have to be so stubborn?
Idiot.
Yeah. The knights continue pulling me down the path until we come to a narrow street. Everyone who sees us walks away to avoid the knight. What?
He says she should have taken them to shrubbery instead.
No, not just that. They ain't got no faces, Lieutenant Dan.
They don't. That's the worrisome part about this game is all the non-characters have no face. You couldn't even, like, draw a line for the eyes.
Like, how are you supposed to have a personality for this character?
One generic voice for all of them.
I'll just be Keanu Reeves.
There you go. I love Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is awesome, and he's like the perfect protagonist for movies because he does have that
face.
replaceable face.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There is fear in their eyes. But I have done nothing wrong.
Ma'am, if it makes you feel any better, we're risking our rank on this as well. I don't know. I'm suspicious of... Who goes there?
Karma.
I look up and notice Karma's familiar figure walking toward us. What is he doing here? And why isn't he in his disguise?
Gentlemen.
Nuh-uh. Men's voice, remember?
Gentlemen, I ask you to unhand that woman. As a knight, I would be ashamed to be seen treating a lady so terribly. Who are you? Her husband.
Oh my god.
Hey, sometimes it works, man.
What?
Unhand her, gentlemen, or taste my blade. Sir, we're just going to take her to the palace to... I will give you on the count of 3.
One knight keeps his grip on me as the other draws his sword. I stare at Karma, who continues to count though the knight attacks him before his sword leaves his sheath. Karma and the knight trade blows, but it is Karma that comes out victorious. His blade slides past the knight's shoulder, distracting him enough to give Karma the opening he needs. Karma reaches back with his free hand to knock the knight out with a blow to the head.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
That did not just happen.
It may just be my imagination, but for a few moments, I think I see the knight's blade glimmer across the surface of Karma's hand before he falls. The knight holding me holds up his hand in surrender.
I yield, sir. It seems no matter how this situation turns out, you are dishonorable. Please, sir. Ew.
Karma knocks him out and then stands beside me as he sheaths his sword.
That wasn't very ladylike.
Karma,
A few moments, Lucette.
Karma spends some time forcing a potion from a vial down each of the knight's throats. I watch him quietly, fearing that he might have killed them, but the knights only seem to be asleep.
I would love for him to put the voice potion down their throats. spend the next day talking like this. And everybody's happy. A potion that Parfait gave me. It will make the men forget they ever saw you.
When Karma stands again, I notice the glimmer of blood on his hand and stare. You're hurt?
That's nothing.
Sorry.
Come on, princess. Let's go back.
He pulls me right out onto the main street and does not let go of my hand. I cannot bring myself to speak. Karma has saved me twice now. Not only that, but this time he is injured. He says it's nothing, but his bloodied hand does not move at all. Why do I have to be so stubborn and insist I can handle myself? I do not speak for a long time.
Oh, God.
That's terrifying.
Jesus. No.
Eventually, I notice people start to stare. Though before long the staring grows worse. Young women begin following us, giggling from behind. I turn to Karma, who looks like he hasn't slept in days. Karma.
Sorry, princess, but I'm not in the mood to talk.
Those girls are walking right behind us. This is... It's curse? Karma.
Upset? I just said I'm in no mood to talk. Did you not hear me?
We are being followed. He stares behind us almost stupidly and then laughs hollowly when the girls see his face. They start to rush toward us, their voices rising and blending together into horrendous cacophony. Karma is not moving though. He looks resigned. Maybe he is too tired to realize what he wants to do.
I'm bored.
I tighten my grip on Karma's hand and pull him away, my pace quickening to a run as the girls chase after us, screaming at me angrily for taking Karma away from them.
Lucette, what are you doing?
Getting us out of here!
Lucette.
I lead him through the town into little nooks and crannies where we managed to lose some of the crowd. Karma often led me through some of these spaces as shortcuts. Waltz knew them too. Once we are alone again, I stop, falling to my knees and letting go of Karma's hand as I catch my breath. That really was a curse, having to run away from so many mindless women.
With a mindless woman?
That was difficult.
Lucette.
What? I did not mean to snap, but the tiredness is pressing on me too.
You helped me out of that.
Of course I did. Why would I want to be chased by girls?
You could have left me behind and gone on alone. Instead, you helped me.
You helped me too. I guess I paid you back. Though, to be honest, I wasn't even thinking about repaying him for saving me. I just knew that I didn't want Karma to be stuck trying to fend off all those girls. He was right about his curse. That's terrible. I just realized something. Karma kneels down beside me and waits for me to speak. My curse has people forget me, and yours has even strangers become fascinated with me. It's almost like our curses are opposites of each other, and yet...
Get it?
Yet we seem so similar. My eyes widen when I realize what I just said.
We are similar, aren't we?
He holds out his good hand to me, and I let him lead me back to the tavern through the abandoned alleyways. My feet are heavy, and all I want to do is sleep, but suddenly Karma is standing before me, his face grave.
Lucette, I have to thank you for helping me earlier. Sorry I froze like that and made it more difficult on you. It was so sudden and I was so tired and no motivation to move.
Shouldn't I be thanking you?
I'll accept your thanks, though I wish you didn't have to thank me in the first place. You should not have gone out on your own when you know how dangerous it could be for you.
I'm sorry.
I'll accept your apology too, because I lost sleep over this.
I have no words for how I feel right now.
Princess.
Oh my.
Oh, galant.
Karma reaches for my hand again, and this time he holds it up and keeps the back of it.
I'm sorry, but that looks like he's sucking on her knuckle.
I mean, that's fine too. Suddenly, all
No.
of my tiredness falls away.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Sorry.
I'm not sure why that's funny, but we'll go with it. You really are a handful. But a delightful handful. I'm gonna bandage this hand and then rest. We'll speak later about this, okay?
Okay. But the blood.
The bleeding stopped on its own, but it does need to be treated. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
You just said he was nibbling on her knuckles, and you don't see why him saying she's a handful is funny? No? Okay.
No.
Fine. Fine. It's only in my head.
Handful.
I get the joke, I just don't think it's funny.
No, she was asking if you got it.
Oh, no, yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I'm not dumb,
sorry.
I'm just stupid.
I know you're not dumb.
I know you're just stupid.
No, you're not stupid.
I know I'm dumb, I'm just not stupid. I'm crazy though.
Are you sure?
Yes, positive. As sure as I can be. I don't lie, not even for the sake of a pretty lady.
Karma lets my hand go as soon as we enter the mansion, and then bows politely to me before heading back to his room. I watch him go, my mind whirling. Does he usually kiss women's hands?
No, he sucks on their knuckles.
No, I don't think so.
Have we found her calling in the brothel?
Chapter 6.
Matchmaking. Chapter 6. Matchmaking.
Well, if you're gonna do that, I need to go full Ned. Just, Chapter 6. Matchmaking.
You really are a handful. But a delightful handful.
His words keep repeating in my head. I cannot stop hearing his voice and feeling his lips on my hand.
Sucking my knuckle.
My face feels warm, and every time I think about his words, my heartbeat feels unsteady. Oh, she has a crush. I really have to stop thinking about that. Karma is Karma, and he puts on that overly polite act with everyone.
Doesn't suck their knuckles.
You're gonna ruin that joke. It's gonna just, it's not, it's definitely
It's
not
already
gonna
dead,
be.
it's okay.
It's glue.
But then, I am pretty sure I've never seen him do something like that with another person. I'll just go downstairs and stop thinking about all of this. I need to tell Parfait and Delora what happened.
I just did it enough that every time you think about it, you're gonna stop for a second and be like, he's gonna say it.
You're rude.
He's gonna say it.
Because of the time I'd returned to the mansion yesterday, I never spoke to anyone about what happened. Maybe someone's downstairs. Someone usually is. I leave my room and make my way downstairs to the reception. Oh yes, in an inn, someone is usually indeed downstairs.
It's gonna be Rumple.
It is quiet when I enter, but not as silent as I thought it would be. Karma is sitting at one of the tables speaking quietly with Parfait and Delora. His injured hand is sitting on the table, bandaged. I cannot help but stare at it, my heart plummeting. His injury is my fault.
So, have you yet to hear the entire story?
No, I'm afraid I'm not quite privy to the information Waltz has. Is that correct?
Is it safe to assume that the costuming is based on his voice?
That's kind of what I'm going.
Okay, that's
because he's got his hair up and he's got the boy clothes on. So
and most of the people in that inn are cursed, so they're not going to be affected by his curse.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the boy.
Okay.
When he's getting that clue.
Walt has been directly involved in this far longer than you have.
What about Waltz?
Oh!
Princess, you're up early.
They all turn to look at me as I stand at the table. Karma still looks tired and is not in his dress. He looks somber, but still smiles at me.
Okay, so I'm old, and I have contacts in, and I blinked, and my contacts, did that thing with the liquid over the eyes. I swear to God, his mouth opened at the same time. I swear to God, he just went in. I was like,
hallucination's awesome.
it's great. Lucette, how nice of you to join us.
When did he start saying my name without my title?
And he sucked your knuckle.
Lucette, you run into a lot of different mishaps this week, haven't you? I thought you would be stubbornly avoiding work. Instead, you go out of your way to get yourself into trouble.
This involves me directly. How would I not be curious?
You've also been irresponsible, sneaking out without any of us knowing.
I have the freedom to do whatever I want to. I even wore a cloak to... Oh no, the cloak. I left it at the bar. I feel a nudge at my arm, and Karma is holding out my cloak with a tired smile. Man, this man is perfect, isn't he?
Right?
You went back to get this? When?
Yesterday, when you were still in bed.
You've been running yourself dry the last few weeks, Karma.
It's nothing.
Thank you.
What's this? Our ice princess is thanking someone?
Why is that something so strange?
Oh, come on. He's not so icy. He sets more fire than anything. He's filled with unbridled passion and confidence.
Confidence that has gotten me nowhere so far.
Don't look so dour, Lucette. You've become quite the accomplished woman.
Karma gestures towards me and I flush, unsure of what he's talking about. Then I notice Delora's eyes are on me too.
Oh, parfait! Did you see that?
What are they looking at?
Your necklace.
I reach down to grab my necklace and then pause. I cannot stop the gasp that leaves my lips.
Oh, it's broken.
It broke. What the fuck?
It didn't fill up, it broke. You ruined everything!
When
Did you take a step backwards?
did this happen?
Princess, you didn't realize that there was an extra piece to your necklace?
Congratulations, Princess Lucette. You're a step closer to breaking a curse.
I feel proud. I only ever felt this way around Mother.
She did me a great favor yesterday. Not for Lucette, I might have suffocated beneath a pile of very excited women.
Wait, helping Karma escape was a good deed?
I would like to stop just 1 second because it's going to drive me nuts until I point it out. She's like, when did you get my cloak? And he said last week while you were asleep.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
I was just like,
How long was she asleep?
right.
Did she sleep forever? Did she go to work or something?
Did she suddenly become Sleeping Beauty while we were looking instead
And
of
she
Cinderella?
just like that one run through the alleys caused her to pass out for a day.
Yesterday while you were asleep.
Aru?
Uh-huh.
Eh?
She was selfless.
He's not even mentioning the injury he got protecting me. Parfait and Delora are both smiling, but the cheerful mood does not last long.
Oh dear.
What were you all talking about before I came down?
Because you ruined it. You ruined the good mood.
About your kidnapping. Well, kidnappings. Both of them. It looks like we have a serious problem on our hands.
What do you know about this? What does Waltz know that I don't?
Princess, it's more about what everyone else knows that you don't.
What everyone else knows? I feel anger begin to simmer inside of me. Even though he looks apologetic, he says it so casually. What are you all hiding from me?
Let's gather everyone later, shall we? I think Waltz might want to be here for this too.
What does Waltz have to do with any of it?
Be patient, princess. You've already waited long enough. What's another few hours?
Waltz isn't really related to her somehow.
Yeah.
Totally.
I have no choice but to agree when Parfait and Delora refuse to say any more, but I am not happy about it. I spend the rest of my time doing idle chores around the tavern. I do a round of sweeping with Mr. Broom, and mindlessly organize some of the bottles.
Watch it be your dad.
I cannot believe everyone knows something about me that I don't.
Secretly cursed.
Yeah.
And this man's is an imposter.
Yeah.
But now, I'll find out the entire story. Maybe it will answer some of the questions I have.
He does kind of look like her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Just a younger version.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Forever young.
Forever young.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna say 100%, but that's a sneaking hunch I have.
But why are they keeping things about me a secret to begin with?
Because they're curses.
And why else would Waltz need to be there? I don't know.
Delora
Find
gathers
out.
everyone in the tavern to discuss the kidnapping. I decide to sit in between Waltz and Karma.
Oh god.
So, we have a story to tell.
Story time, huh? I don't suppose this would be a romance, would it? How can you stand to make comments like that constantly? How can you stand to live a lie?
Two glare at each other across the table, but Delora silences them.
Yeah, they're not still salty with each other. It's
No.
fine.
Clearly not. Of course not.
Yeah.
Delora starts with a story about the Great War, one that I have already heard so many times I can recite it myself. What does any of this have to do with me?
Because of the fairy tales, witches like myself were punished for simply existing. Our leader, the Tenenbaum bearer, was a kind witch that was overtaken by the grief that our people suffered. She was driven so far into madness that she created the fairy tale curse to punish humans and make them suffer as the witches had. And when that wasn't enough, she committed the ultimate taboo. She killed a human.
I tried to stop her, but by the time I thought to act, it was too late.
Knowing that Delora and Parfait were involved in the Great War makes it seem more real. But wasn't the Tenenbaum bearer killed? How can the fairy tale curse continue to spread if she is dead?
I believe that the Tenenbaum bearer sacrificed the last bit of her life to continue powering the Tenenbaum.
All to ensure that the remaining witches could continue spreading the fairy tale curse. Is none of this ringing a bell for you?
What are you talking about?
She really did erase your memories.
Erase?
The witch who died, the Tenenbaum bearer, was your mother, Princess Lucette.
What?
Yes.
I know.
For some reason, I turn to look at Karma, who is one of the only people who doesn't look away from me.
I grew up outside of this kingdom, but even I knew of the terrible witch Hildur.
You expect me to believe any of this? Mother was... She wasn't a witch. I would remember that.
Well, you would if you had memories of the war, and the years before that. Under Hildur's rule, the palace was a dark place.
The king didn't have any real power until Hildur was defeated.
That goes for the rest of us too. We were slaves to Hildy. I called her Hildy.
Hildy. Hildy!
Dolores' eyes flicker to Waltz.
It's the truth. Waltz knows because he is also a witch. He experienced Hildy's command over the witches firsthand as well.
An indication that they're a witch apparently is gold jewelry.
It's gotta be it.
Shiny. Shiny, shiny.
Is it shiny? Is it golden? Yes. Do they have red eyes? Yes. You're a witch.
Waltz is a witch.
Means Lucettes a witch, her eyes are gold.
Half witch? I don't know.
Sorry for keeping it a secret, Princess. It's not as if I can use much magic anymore anyway. Not when I'm cursed.
This is just another secret of many. It seems everyone is hiding something. Go figure, right?
Everyone was freed after Hildy's reign. Witches, fairies, and humans alike. The king was even able to marry Ophelia, the woman he always truly loved.
Oh, right in the feet.
Oh, man.
Oh.
So, it has always been Ophelia that he truly loved. Was that the reason I never felt any love from him? Because I was my mother's daughter. He gave up on me.
No, dear, I don't think he...
He gave up on me. My voice is too loud in the reception area. I feel it crack beneath the pressure and suddenly I want to cry. But Mother told me so many times not to cry. The king gave up on me. But Mother didn't. Mother would tell me this was all a lie. She would tell me not to trust anyone. They must be lying. I turned to Karma. For some reason, I trust him more than I trust Delora or Parfait. Is this the truth?
I was told the story of Hildur and her daughter Lucette. And they said you were the picture of elegance, but that you shared your mother's icy nature. But I don't think that's true at all. If Hildur was ice, then you most certainly are a warm fire.
If my mother was a witch, then what does that make me?
You're a witch as well, whether or not you were ever taught to use magic. On your upcoming birthday, you will become the Tenebrarum bearer.
Do you realize how ridiculous this all sounds? Me, a witch? The king never said anything.
Yeah, because he's totally gonna tell you.
And now I cannot even ask him if this is the truth because I'm cursed. Why would you even curse me?
We didn't want a repeat of the tragedy, Lucette.
I sat on your shelves for almost a year, Princess. There was ice in your heart, and if you had inherited the Tenebrarum in that state, who knows what would have happened?
And why didn't you just tell me any of this? Laura and Parfait look at each other before dropping their gazes to the ground.
If we had told you before, would you have ever even bothered to listen? The king must have tried to do the same thing, and look how that turned out. You shut everyone out who ever tried to tell you about Hildy's true nature.
That is probably true. Even now I'm having trouble believing that they are telling me the truth. The whole world feels as if it is collapsing around me. I need to escape. I need to go out and be somewhere else, but why are the witches looking for me?
You are their heir to the Tenebrarum. No doubt the evil witches want you on their side so they can continue wreaking havoc. And on Angelil with the fairy tale curse.
The men that were looking for Lucette were not witches, though. They were knights.
Perhaps the witches and the knights are working together. This must be a part of Alcaster's scheme to steal the throne.
What are you talking about?
The reason why Garland and I left the Order of Calderia was because the king did not believe us about Alcaster's coup.
How would he know of the princess's identity, though? Anyone who isn't a witch, fairy, or isn't cursed shouldn't be able to remember her.
But now we know that. Oh, I'm sorry. What am I doing?
But now we know that it's not just the witches looking for the princess. Knights of the Order of Caldera as well. They definitely have a description of her from someone. But it's the brother and the rabbit. Who said?
Damn it, Rod.
Damn it, Rod.
Palma reaches out a hand to touch my shoulder, and I flinch back before standing up.
Get with me.
I cannot speak about this now. I want to be alone.
Friend,
Let her go. She'll need a lot of time to think.
I get to talk to myself for a few minutes. Woo! I leave everyone sitting at the table as I try to process the whirling thoughts in my mind. Hilda, my mother, the only person I ever thought loved me, was the Tenebrarum bearer. A witch. The first witch to kill a human. The witch that started this fairy tale curse. All this time I thought Mother was the only one who cared, but what if she never did? I stay in my room for a long time, trying to process everything I've been told. Days go by before I decide to leave the tavern again to watch Karma practice with. These last few days I felt hollow. Maybe seeing the normal practices will help me feel better. Maybe it will make things feel like nothing's changed. When I arrive at the forest, however, only Karma is standing in the clearing.
I'm back.
He's staring through the trees as if he sees something there, but his expression is sullen, almost sad.
I used to pee in that hole.
Eventually he sighs, shaking his head before turning in my direction.
Lucette.
I prepare myself for a response, but find that no words come to mind. I have not spoken to Karma since the talk about Mother and witches, and any of the ease I felt with him before has slipped away. Still, I came here on my own, and I cannot just stand here being mute. I say the first thing that comes to mind.
Illipop.
Where are Jurian and Garland?
I'll only train with Garland. Jurian is on patrol duty tonight. He'll be here later. Just came early. Seems you did too. Sorry. It struck me as funny, okay?
No. So they gave me an idea. Maybe we just... I can brutalize you again, you know that, right?
Maybe we would.
Oh.
Maybe we can actually have like a giggle counter for like the perverted things that just kind of come across our minds just every time you break for something perverted. Just, you know,
have a tally.
That would be
Exactly.
a lot of paper.
Well, I mean,
No,
it
not
doesn't happen to us that
necessarily.
often. Probably like
No, it
between
really
5 and
doesn't.
8
Yeah,
times.
I know.
but still, you know, just have a little counter. Like a, what would we call it though? Like a hentai giggle counter?
Hentai counter.
No, it specifically has to be a hentai giggle counter.
Hentai giggle counter.
Ding!
Instead of ding, it just goes baka.
It could. I like that actually. Just random baka!
It just sits off.
It's up in the corner that comes back every once in a while. The next time it comes up, flashes again, comes back, fades away.
It just stays up there the whole thing.
Nah.
So they know when they look at the thumbnail, they know exactly how many. Just put that as the thumbnail. The counter right in the middle. 27. Oh god, we can't let the kids watch this one. Lucette, are you okay? I'm sorry I haven't been by to see you.
It's not as if you owe that to me.
I don't owe it to you, but I truly wanted to. Just been busy these last few days scouting the town for information. As much as I want you to come with me.
Why would you ever have wanted to pair up with someone like me anyway?
Because you're hot and I want to do. Why, princess? That. Why, princess? That's because you're.
I am bitter and cold, and even though I want to change, all I can think about is myself. Now, I want to change because I do not want to be the same as my mother. Isn't that selfish?
Maybe so, but I believe you're being selfish for the right reason. An entirely selfless person can't survive in this world. Before we can make others happy, we have to be happy ourselves.
Ourselves?
Yes. An angry person holds resentment towards everyone, and it mars whatever good deeds they seek to do.
That is why I cannot complete my good deeds.
Wrong. You've already got one done. Recognizing the need for change is always a good thing, Lucette. Regardless of the motivation, you're trying to become a better person. That's what matters.
He takes a step toward me, then puts his hands on my shoulders and leans down until I can look right into his eyes. Karma's serious expression startles me as much as his touch.
Get back, Monica.
God.
It's never too late for anyone to change. You taught me that.
What? How could I have taught Karma anything?
Don't mind if I tell you a story, Lucy.
He's standing too close.
I'm leaving that one up to the girls. I'm doing Karma, so I'm gonna leave that one up to the ladies.
Well,
So chime in, lunch. Oh, I mean.
Ha! I've got pictures.
of what?
I'm cross-dressing.
Oh,
Of lunch with curry.
No, we didn't take any pictures of this curry. We should have taken pictures of that outing.
Are we gonna step away from him or get kissed?
oh God.
I don't know. See, I when I stand still with somebody that close to me, I just stare them in the eye.
I mean, I feel like she's really stubborn.
She is. We should have, right?
He was agreeing.
He was agreeing that we should have
Oh.
taken pictures for the outing.
Of curry?
Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
go get curry.
So it was really funny because we went to go get Sad Boys figurines afterwards, which you would love, by the way. And my son, there's a girl in there.
Oh, it's
Okay,
great.
so it's
So time out, guys, just real quick, because it's actually a hilarious story for everybody.
so there's a place called Shibuyala.
So what now?
Shibuyala.
Bless you.
It's kind of it's a makeup and accessory store, but Japanese only. So it's got all Japanese makeup and a whole bunch of stuff. And
All sorts of products.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
even stuff for like babies.
so they have these little guys that are called Sad Boys. And Sad Boys are adorable.
They all have sad faces. He's right in front of. Yeah. So that's a sad boy. See,
Very sad.
he's sad. Okay.
He just sits there with this sad little face.
Sad. Sad boy. Sad
And
boy.
my son has become addicted to Sad Boys
Why?
because they're cute and
So-
they're different ones. It's like
Okay.
my
There's a-
wife's got one where he's sitting with his compress on his head, and then he's got 3 of them that stand up with their hands on each other's shoulders, and then there's the ones where he's laying down like
They
this.
look kind of like Kodama.
They are
do.
kind of like Kodama, yeah.
Yeah. But they all have this face.
So
All of them.
we were in there and we were talking last time we were in there. There was a girl, one of the main girls there, was talking about how she has all of them. except this one particular one. We bought our first round and we started leaving, and my wife pulled it. We were like, oh, yeah, go back and give it to her, you know, because we're nice people, surprisingly enough. But we decided, you know, hey, forget about it. It would make everybody awkward. So we went there with them. Lucettes clumsy. If she steps away, she'll only trip over. True story. So then we go in this time when we're there, and we pick up. Drian's like, I gotta have a sad boy. He's addicted to the damn things. So he gets it. He walks outside. He pulls it open, and it's the one the girl wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one she's
And he's
missing.
all like,
Like,
I was like, just. So we went back inside, and he's like, can I trade this? And I was like, Drian, I'll get you another one. Don't worry about it. So he goes to, you know, I go to grab the one he wants, and he gives it to her. And I swear, every female in that room melted.
just because you know she had this. When you saw it from outside, she had this huge grin, like was elated, was so happy because she got the one needed to complete the collection.
And he just walked out. Just out the door.
He was just like, okay, good.
So then, so then girl berates him the entire walk back to the car.
She destroyed my son's happiness. She did. She's like, you're the sad boy. And he's just like, oh, my heart.
Yeah, she was like, I believed in you. I have so much faith in you. And like, she is going off on him.
It's all in good fun. It really is. It's all in good fun. But it's still, he was like,
it's still
my
that
heart.
you know that just
My
hearing that you're the sad boy. Ugh.
We had a good laugh at my son's pain.
Man, like there was not enough ice for that burn.
It was.
That sounds hilarious.
It was
sad.
fucking great.
So the comment Drian had today when he came home was, Dad, I got paid today. I need another sad boy. I was like, all right, well, what time do you get off work tomorrow?
Go get some more sad boys.
He needs more sadness in his life. He isn't complete without it.
Cause he's not enough. He's not enough for himself. Is the sad boy gonna stay?
Oh, sugar.
He did not stay.
It's okay. Maybe you'll find one that actually will stay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that'd be
there's all
good.
kinds of places to put him, but
Well, Drian got the one that like clamps onto things. It doesn't actually move, so he can't do anything with it. He's very sad.
Sad boy.
He's a sad boy. I said I'm going to take this one to work and just put it on my desk because that is pretty much how I feel at work.
and that's kind of a back bend, but not quite.
No, that's a back bend.
Oh yeah, but you're supposed to have your arms back on the back.
That's a bridge.
Exorcist Demon Crab Walk. Anyway,
Are we
stepping away?
or moving?
What-
or
we're-
not moving?
Stand still.
Stand still.
We don't want her to trip.
Okay.
don't
As
want her
Buzz
to
so
trip.
very
We're gonna
much
stand
pointed out.
still.
Stand still.
With his face so close, all I can do is stare right into his eyes.
Or lick his lips for
That's
him.
what I do. That's what you do.
Karma's hands tighten on my shoulders, and for a few moments, I feel a slight panic rising in my chest. Then, Karma steps away from me with a rough shake of his. Karma?
Next time I do that, Lucette, feel free to push me away.
What was wrong?
What?
It's better that way.
What does he mean by that?
You never answered. Will you listen to my story?
Alright.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a crown prince from a kingdom called Brugatia.
Brugantia is one of the neighboring kingdoms. So, this isn't make-believe?
His name was Claude Adric Rinaldi Matthias Almonte.
Say
Bull
that 5 times.
Karma.
Karma. Oh, wow.
Bless
Claude
you.
Adric Rinaldi
Wow.
Matthias Almonte. God. Sounds like my SCA name back in the day.
Bless you.
Etienne Gregoire Patrice Desai. Dante.
Yes, what?
But because his name was such a mouthful, he settled for an acronym as a nickname. At least around the palace, where it was acceptable.
Adric Karma?
Prince Claude was a man who flaunted his beauty and talents to all that he met. He often used his title to get what he wanted. Prince Claude was a selfish man who felt he was entitled to everything that he had. He was vain and often left his castle unattended so he could avoid his responsibilities. Then one day he chanced upon a beautiful maiden in the town square. He led her around the whole day, being as charming as he possibly could. And then at the end of the day, he asked the woman to be his lover. She agreed, but their time together did not last long. Only weeks later, Prince Claude threw her away as one throws away an object, and broke the woman's heart. And she cursed him.
You're an idiot.
That beautiful maiden was a witch, but Prince Claude found out too late. The witch said she'd make his beauty, his vanity, a curse.
Make even beauty a curse.
Ashamed of being cursed, Prince Claude donned a disguise and left his kingdom behind. He's been gone for nearly a year now, and most probably assume he's dead. But in truth, the prince had come to Angel seeking a way to break his curse. He had heard of a young lady named Lucette who, on her 18th birthday, could dispel any curse.
Karma. You look so sad. I don't know how to come.
Boobs work.
Claude?
Hmm? Oh, he blushing.
And they even changed his title too.
Karma. Claude turns a startling red as he stares at me, and for a few moments he does not speak.
Changed his what?
His title, the little name tag.
Oh, yeah?
I should change it from Karma to Claude.
Oh.
How nice.
Then he bursts out laughing.
I'm not gonna laugh.
I stare at him in shock, not understanding his reaction. I feel myself flush. Isn't that your real name?
No, darling, it is. But hearing you say my name, well, it sounds so much softer out of your lips. I rather like it.
Every fan fiction ever. It was probably written by someone who writes fan fiction.
Yes, visual novel writers write fan fiction. It's kind of what they do.
I didn't know that. Now I know.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
My cheeks are warm again. How is it that he is always able to make me feel this way? I will call you by that name if it makes you so happy.
Let's make it a secret between the two of us. I'm still Miss Karma here. Besides, I'd rather you kept that name for my ears only. Makes me feel more special that way.
More special?
Only say it in the throes of passion. Call me Daddy, baby. Call me Claude.
Or Prince Cloud.
Prince Claude. Oh my.
Claude.
My name's Prince Claude. Give me your beauty, princess. I love you.
Cloud, Eric, what?
I don't know it. I'm not going back to look.
No, it wasn't Eric because it has to be an A.
A-I-R-I-C.
No, I don't know. I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah, I'm not saying his name again. I did it like 3 times. That's enough.
At that moment, Garland shows up for practice, and Claude politely excuses himself. I watch the two of them trade blows. Cloud favors his other hand, but his blows still come quickly, even with his injury.
The only proper sword fighter is a sword fighter that can fight with both hands.
The more Cloud tells me, the more I realize that he's like me, a noble cursed for being selfish. But how do I help break his curse? Why can't he tell me?
Gotta be true love's first kiss. You
Exactly! Someone has to fall in love with him for real or some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
As practice is drawing to a close, Cloud asks Garland the usual question.
I'm sorry, but she's read all these fairy tales that her mother let her read,
Mm-hmm.
and still doesn't figure that out?
Because she's a dumbass.
I thought she burned them.
Did she?
Yeah,
What?
I could have sworn her mom burned.
Oh,
the
yeah, her
fairy
mom told her
tales.
not
that's
to read the
right.
fairy tales. Okay.
So, okay, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
makes
why
sense.
she doesn't
That
know.
makes
And
sense,
she doesn't
yeah.
know shit because she never read shit.
Because she's kind of dumb.
So now she's forced to be dumb. Heather.
Have you confessed to Jurian yet?
Garland only shakes his head in reply. The two men sheath their swords. Garland looks almost sad as he turns to make his way back to the tavern. He likes her, and yet he won't say anything. Why is that frustrating me so much? Garland?
Yes, princess?
You
Yes,
have
princess?
to tell Jurian. You just have to, because it's irritating me.
It's all about what I want. La da da da.
It might be a good deed, you never know.
Yeah, just tell her.
You have-
Do it!
Do it!
Cloud told me before that confessing is hard, but what Garland is going through looks even harder.
Princess, you know I'm incapable.
No, you think you're incapable, but if you never say anything to her, you'll never know.
Say something wrong, I risk losing everything I already have with her.
And if you say nothing, you risk losing what you could have with her.
Ha!
It's like that sound and Karma pops in and we're like, "Nah, is he gonna kiss him now? Oh
I
dear
just,
God.
I just want that noise to pop up every single time.
Karma comes in.
Yeah, just shing.
Are you gonna suck his knuckles?
She's beauty and she's grace.
No, I mean, this is like the fairy tale Hyoin Kyoma.
Yoin Kyoma!
これは
これはもう死んでる。
I still
NANI?!
No, I still love that as my favorite Valentine's Day card thing. You know, roses are red, violets are blue.
これはもう死んでる。
Fantastic.
And then you just open the card and it says, NANI?!
Nani?
Exactly.
Lucette is right. Maybe you really should tell her, Garland.
But before, Cloud was adamant that Garland shouldn't confess to Julian. What changed? You did.
If I mess this up... let's try looking at it through another lens. Imagine that Jurian is Lucette. How do you think she'd like to be confessed to?
The bad ones.
I frown at the two men, arms crossed. Excuse me?
Well, you and Jurian are very similar. You're both very straightforward. Confess to the princess. Sound like I was trying to laugh. Jesus.
My eyes move to Cloud, but only fleetingly, before they are once again on Garland. You just need to do something simple, Garland. Something that will not rub her the wrong way.
The maiden's heart is ever fragile, and each woman is different.
Cloud is wearing an amused smile on his face, but he is looking at me, not Garland. I feel my face flush and away.
Lucette, you're tomato red again. It's adorable.
I cross my arms over my rapidly beating heart again and force a scowl on my face. No, I was just thinking about what Garland could do. Something simple, like when Karma kissed my hand.
Suck her knuckle!
Garland kissing Jurian's hand is probably not a good idea. Maybe he could do what Cloud and I did that one day in town.
See? Did take a goal.
He can buy her some food and they can just talk. Garland, have you ever just asked Jurian out for food?
Not alone. Jurian's practical. She always eats in the tavern. She's always on duty if she's available. I'll take her patrol shift 2 nights from now then. And tomorrow you can ask her out for a meal. We can make your invite a grand affair. We can drape banners on the walls, or I could give you a rose.
Oh, god damn it.
It's not all about you, princess.
I know, I don't know why I did that.
That sounds...
Like a terrible idea.
I am offended.
You wound me.
I feel like if I did something like that for Jurian, she'd just get embarrassed and punch me. Sounds like another lady I know.
Claude grins at me, but I just roll my eyes. Garland, just ask her normally, and then when you're out and alone together, you can confess.
And we'll make sure you have the time to do it. I'll purposely come late to practice tomorrow night so you can ask her out for that date. How does that sound? You two really think I can do this?
You just have to ask the question. Whatever follows will at least be an answer.
Tomorrow night, then. Good man. I'm sure it will go swimmingly. Or I could drown.
You won't drown, Garland. Garland excuses himself with a nervous smile before Claude turns to me expectantly with a mischievous grin.
Now, Lucette, we'll come here early tomorrow and spy on them. We need to scope out a good spot.
Yes. Spy on them?
Of course. We need to make sure our efforts pay off.
I don't think we should.
Aw, you don't want to see how it plays out?
I mutely shake my head, unable to put my emotions into words. For some reason, I am imagining myself in Jurian's position. It feels too personal. Claude's likeliness suddenly springs to mind, and I feel my face grow hot again.
Likeliness?
His image.
You mean likeness?
Yeah. Or maybe
or maybe there's like a missing part of a sentence. Like
maybe
likeness
his
to
likeness, or
do
maybe
this? Do the
maybe
same
his
thing?
like how easy he is to like.
His sentence is dumb and it should feel dumb.
We love you, visual novel devs, but please proofread a lot.
Read it out loud, guys. Come on.
Lucette, you've been oddly out of it today.
Claude reaches out a hand toward me, then abruptly pulls away.
I'm not good enough for...
I stare as he smiles at me, almost sheepishly. The conversation between us dies, and we return to immersion. Days passed, and though I did not spy on the conversation between Jurian and Garland, I noticed that Garland has been smiling from ear to ear during his practice with Cloud recently. I can only assume that his confession went well. Cloud took the patrol shift tonight, and as I lie in bed, I am restless. Every time I watch Cloud practice with Jurian and Garland, I'm reminded of the palace, of Fritz. I wonder how Fritz is doing. Is he still practicing with the other knights? My thoughts darken as I recall the kidnapping. Cloud had to save me every single time. He got injured saving me. Unable to sleep, I slip out of bed and make my way to the reception room.
You better get to learning that magic.
The night air is cool, and no one stops me from standing just outside of the mansion. I cannot just sit back and do nothing anymore. I have to act. I do not want Cloud to get hurt because of me again. Eventually, I see Cloud approach. He looks tired and is moving more slowly than usual, but when he sees me, his lips quirk into a smile.
We say it Claude, because you're saying it like Cloud, and I'm like having Final Fantasy VII flashbacks.
Claude?
Claude.
But that sounds like a clod of like manure, or a clod of like
Dirt.
Dirt, yeah.
Yeah, but Cloud sounds like in Final Fantasy, it's Cloud.
I'm sorry, alright, fine.
I come from near a town called Claude.
Yeah, but this isn't Italian.
Where the hell did Italian come from?
Left field.
Yeah!
You said you come from an Italian family.
I come from a town near a place called Clyde.
No! You deep little bastard!
Claude is not an Italian name anyway.
No! That's why I was so confused. I thought you said Italian.
No! Oh,
town.
should we just take a break, guys? Like, take a
Yeah,
little...
we probably need about a 5-minute break. So,
okay, so Control Tab or Escape?
Alt tab.
Alt tab.
Actually, you don't even have to do that because we're doing it in Windows.
Oh, that's right.
We just have to do that. So, we will.
We're
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, guys. Now let's see if we're back. See if everything crashes again. Hopefully it doesn't.
Hopefully not. Otherwise, this will be a fun thing to edit later.
Oh yeah. Just a blast, let me tell you. I feel really bad for the people who get the notifications when we go live because, you know, they keep getting these notifications.
They keep getting emails.
I'm gonna unsub just because it just hates us. Okay, so away we go. Lucette, what are you doing out here tonight, love?
Love instead of darling. That's new. Hello, Cloud. His face is dark red again.
Told you not to use it in public, you dink. If you're reusing my real name, I suppose you've come to ask for something serious.
How could he know that? I do need to ask something of you.
Well, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm right here, love.
What?
Oh, is this not about... Never mind.
I'm asking... Oh, God.
Will you teach me the lays of love?
I'm asking if you will be my instructor. For some reason, I seem to have caught Claude off guard. Claude. I seem to have caught Claude off guard. He stares at me for a few moments.
What?
I want to learn how to use the sword, and I want you to be my instructor. Claude's expression becomes uncharacteristically serious.
I'd rather you didn't learn how to use a sword.
I do not want you to have to keep protecting me.
I don't mind protecting you.
I do. Claude sighs and shakes his head.
Princess shouldn't be using swords.
I want to be able to stand on my own 2 feet.
You are.
I do not want you to get hurt again when I could do something about it.
Okay, lady, your logic doesn't follow through. He is the skilled, practiced, best swordsman you've ever known, and he got hit. What the hell do you think they would have done to you?
Right? Teach me, please. Claude. Once again, he flushes. It seems to be an instant reaction, and it is both amusing and endearing.
Instant reaction is not what I read. It won't be easy.
I wasn't expecting it to be. Claude stares at me for a long time before finally letting out a heavy sigh.
Fine, I'll train you. You won't learn in a day, but I can teach you the essentials. You can use one of the nIGHTS training swords.
Thank you.
Music to my ears. Meet me in the clearing in 10 minutes.
10 minutes? What?
You said you wanted to train, so we will. Don't expect me to go easy on you.
But aren't you tired? He looked exhausted when he came in, and now he wants to train.
Already trying to get out of training?
I am not. Claude shakes his head, but he is smiling.
I'll see you there in a few minutes, love. When he says love, I feel like I should be doing an accent with it. It's just...
Moonlight spills through the leaves, illuminating the forest with gentle light. Long minutes pass, and as I stand in the clearing, I begin to feel restless.
Stop it or I'm gonna hit you.
I'm sorry, this is just so ridiculous. It isn't like Claude to be late. Is he tending to his injury?
If you hit her, just warn me first.
Okay,
so I can move out of
I'm
the
gonna
way.
hit her with you. I was just gonna bump real hard.
I hear a rustling in the leaves and turn immediately to see what the disturbance is. But the minute I do, I am pulled back by a strong force and my world goes dark.
You're gonna really hate it if it's actually a kidnapper.
It probably is. Oh, never mind. Before I can scream, I hear a gentle voice in my ears.
Lesson 1, Lucette. When apprehended by an enemy that you can't see, remain calm and use your 5 senses to judge how best to get the upper hand.
His voice is coming from right behind me, you idiot! Claude? I become aware that this is the closest he's ever been to me, with my back pressed to his chest like this.
Panicking disorients the mind. That's why you must remain cool under any circumstance.
How could I not panic? Any normal person would panic. Still, I try to force myself to be calm.
Lesson 2. Enemies will often let down their guards when they think they have the upper hand. Catch your opponent off guard by remaining calm and locating his weakness with your senses.
I try to calm myself as Claude instructs, and I feel it is a bit easier, but only because I know it is Claude. An opening. I move as quickly as I can, stepping forward so that I can swing an elbow back at Claude's stomach. Before that happens, Claude has pulled me back to him, closing whatever distance I had put between us. In the process, he moves his hand from my eyes to my mouth. I can once again see the forest, but my words are muffled beneath his hand.
Another thing to remember, you won't always be able to catch your enemy off guard by throwing punches or hits at them. Your opponent will usually always be stronger than you, Lucette. Remember what I said about weakness. Enemies will often let their guards down when they believe they're winning. Just like I have.
An opening? A thought occurs to me as I glance around me and then down at Karma's bandaged hand. Karma's bandaged hand is over my mouth. Is this an opportunity or a trick?
What will you do, Princess? What kind of tactic would remove you from my grasp?
Biting his hand would.
Yeah, bite his hand.
Just bite his hand. I've done it before.
That's...
What?
Okay. I'm going to feel terrible about this, but I have to try.
The only way she's going to topple him is if she deadweight drops. She doesn't know that, and she's not going to do it right. She's going to get grabbed, and she's going to get, grabbed.
I try to shift my head to get enough space to bite down, and even Claude can't hold me completely still as I squirm. Eventually the hand over my mouth moves just enough for me to open my mouth, but I falter. I cannot bite the hand that I injured. Unable to do anything else, I mutely shake my head and I hear Claude groan. In one swift motion, he pushes me down to the ground, pinning my hands by my head as he frowns at me.
Oh. You're not even going to try and find an opening?
I glare at him. I am not going to bite your hand.
Bite my hand? I didn't even think of that.
But you made it obvious. You put your hand over my mouth.
I meant for you to try moving my hand. Pushing back a person's thumbs usually causes their grip to loosen.
How was I supposed to know that?
Experience is the best means of practice, as they say.
I have a complaint about that particular lesson, but I withhold it.
That was a pretty good attempt, love, but not good enough, I'm afraid.
I wasn't expecting you to come at me like that. I was expecting sword practice.
You weren't expecting a man to kidnap you in the alleyway, were you?
I glare up at him, unable to say anything because he is right.
You're oddly quiet.
It is hard to find an opening to hurt you when you are not really my enemy. He does not move, but continues to stare at me. His face is close to mine. Close enough to... Close enough to what exactly?
Stick your tongue down his throat. What?
Just kiss!
Lucette, you trust me to protect you.
That's not the point. I need to be able to protect myself.
Because you're planning on investigating the witches on your own.
No, I want to be able to protect myself because I do not want you getting hurt protecting me. Cloud leans down and I can feel his hair at my cheek. For a few moments, everything slows to a stop, and all I can hear is my heartbeat and his slow breathing.
Once you set your mind to something, you don't let go, do you?
Cloud pulls away from me before I can respond, and he's standing again, offering me a hand.
Let's get started with some sword work then.
The pleasant smile is back on his face. I can never tell what he's thinking at times like these. What are you really like?
He's going to try to kill you.
Cloud.
Kind of worked out.
Yeah. I think we're going to go ahead and call it there, guys. This is a perfect place because it lets us stop at a chapter transition.
Mm-hmm.
So, that being said, once again, we are pleased to tell you that next week we will be starting at our normal time, 8:30 on time. We're changing up the structure of everything, as I said before. So make sure you tune in, see all the new changes, and hopefully everything will go smoothly and swimmingly next time. So anyway, with that, we will quit our pretty little game, and we will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.